Welcome to Moments with Lois. My name is Lois. Lois. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and also drop a comment. I'd like to hear from you sincerely. And so, if you don't know what we do on this YouTube channel, so what we just do is I just talk about business, lifestyle, and so many things. And you are going to really learn a lot. Today, I'm just going to go straight to the point and straight to what I want to talk about. My last video, I was talking about how to register your products or your company with Corporate Affairs Commission, especially as an MSME, that's a medium scale enterprise, a medium, small, and medium scale enterprise. So today I said I was going to teach you how to generate your tax identification number and what essentially you need your tax identification number for. So what do they call a tax identification number? That's thing. It is just a number that you use to remit your tax to the government. Now the truth is you have to remit your tax to the government if you know that you don't want any issues with government. What do they use tax for? They use it to build the community, provide infrastructures and all that. So how do you get your tax identification number, and what do you even need a tax identification number for? Now basically, you need a tax identification number whenever you want to open a business account. They're not going to open a business account for you now without a tax identification number, because you need to show that you are responsible and you are remitting your tax to the government. Two, most of these loans and grants are not going to give you any money if you don't have a tax identification number. And hope you know that on each of your products you're actually supposed to add tax. So it is necessary you need a tax identification number. And I'm going to tell you how to remit your tax yearly. Now, if you want to get a tax identification number, the first thing you actually need is your corporate affairs certificate, your certificate of incorporation. You need that certificate because you are going to use that business certificate to get your tax identification number. It's very easy to get a tax identification number, and do you know, guess what? It is actually free. So if anybody is telling you that it should bring money for them to help you get a tax identification number, it's not true. It is actually free to get a tax identification number. From what I read online this morning, I was hearing that you can actually do it yourself. But I'm not going to advise you, because most of the time these things, they just hang. I don't know. I don't really understand these portal stuff. Now, let me tell you the best thing you need to do. You just need to walk into any revenue service in your state or federal, either federal or state. But I think in Lagos you need to use the federal. But in any state, I think you need to use the states. For example, I inquire. I just went into any KWRS. It's very easy. And you are going to show them your national ID card. You need your national ID card and your certificate of incorporation. So they are going to visit this joint tax board, and they are going to input your some information from your certificate of incorporation. You know, the funny thing is, when they input your number, they're going to input your number from the certificate of incorporation to get your details about your company. So you are not the one that is going to be showing them that this is your company, this is where your company is located. No, all the details about your company is going to be shown. Now, and also knows that it is where you register your company that you are going to be paying your tax to. Because, for example, for me, Lois Spices was basically registered in Ibadan. So when I went to KWRS, or when I went to another state to register get my tax identification number, the person had to help me generate it from Oyo State. So when there was another, I told you I have two certificates. So there was another one I registered Inquirer, and so when I went to generate the tax identification number, they gave me a Kwara State tax identification number. So it is joint. So don't think you're going to be remitting to federal government and states. No, you're just going to be remitting to one. Any of them is a joint tax board. If you go to the federal, you're going to if you go to Federal Inland Revenue Service, they're going to give you an FIRS number, and you'll be remitting your money to the federal government. Once you are remitting, you must just make sure that you are paying tax to somewhere. That's all. Now, how do you pay tax? Now, I'm just going to tell you what happens here. Unfortunately, I don't know. They are not really looking at books and all that. But for this sole proprietorship, I think there is an amount you can pay. every year. I think it's about 3 to 5,000 naira. It's really not much, but make sure that you are obeying. So most times they come around to your store and then they'll tell you how much you should pay. But for small shops and medium scale enterprise, most times it's small. The thing is, they would always fetch you out because you must register. You cannot even open a business account without a tax identification number. So they will always fetch you out, except you don't want to have a business account. And if you don't have a business account, you are going to be losing on so many opportunities, so many opportunities, so many things. And trust me, it's not just what it is. When we say you're running away from tax, and so because of that you don't have a TIN number, because of that you cannot open a business account, because of that you cannot, at the end of the day you're just going to be losing on so many sides. Sincerely, I don't think it's really worth it. So my next video, I'm going to tell you how to open a business account, your documents that you actually need to open a business account. And as you follow me, you find out that many of these things are not as tough. Many of these documents are not as tough as you actually think they are. They're not as tough. It's just about you putting everything into your final price. Into your final price, so that you will not lose out on those payments. You have to learn how to input your tax into your price. At the end of the day, imagine you are making a profit of about 2 million naira in a year and you are paying a tax of 5k or 10k. So sincerely, I don't think you should run away from tax identification number. Just make sure that your documents are complete, because when it comes to grants, when it comes to loans, when it comes to grants, when it comes to opportunities, even some applications for grants and some entrepreneurial trainings, you are not going to be able to get it, especially international applications, if you don't show a tax identification number. It shows that you are a responsible citizen of that country. So it is necessary for you to get a tax identification number as a sole proprietor or medium small enterprise. Even as a large enterprise, of course, those ones are they know how they collect their tax from them. But me, I'm just talking about medium scale enterprise and all that. So this is how, when they finish all the stuffs and all the writings and all the inputting and all that, they are going to ask for your email. So they are going to generate a tax identification number for you. After they finish using your corporate affairs, of course, they're going to use your NIN also to verify that you are the sole proprietor, and they are now going to send you a copy of your tax certificate to your email. Then you are going to print it out. So this is how it's going to look. This is basically how it's going to look. I used to show you like facts. I don't talk on what I read. I show you things that I have. So now on this tax certificate, they're going to put your taxpayer's name. That's the name of your company. Now this was the one I did for Lois Foods and Spices. I've told you the story about how the Lois Foods and Spices came about in my last video on how to get corporate affairs commission. Then this is my TIN number. This is my TIN number. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It's a 10-digit number. It's a 10-digit number. And then the date of issue, when they issued your tax certificate. And hope you know that if you have not paid tax, and if they have given you a date of issue, and I hope you know that if you are not paying from the December or from the next year of that day, it's going to be an issue. You are going to pay fine. So for example, here now, the date of issue is 4th of August 2021. Now 4th of August 2022, that was about some weeks ago, I was expected to pay my first tax. So if I don't pay my first tax, the day they will come to me in the office, they will just charge me. If at all maybe we are ready in 2024, God spare our life, and they just come to my office one day, they are going to collect 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. That's why a lot of people evade taxes. It's not because they evaded the tax, it's because they didn't pay it at the right time. So what's the right thing you're supposed to do? You're supposed to just visit your revenue service in your state and tell them you came to pay your tax. Tell them you're sole proprietor. In fact, they actually have a way they arrange these things especially for MSMEs. small and medium scale enterprises, there's a way they now arrange it such that it's not so difficult to pay. They'll just tell you the amount and you pay and collect your receipt and go in peace. Make sure that you put your receipt somewhere in your office, that whenever you are not around and they meet your assistant or someone in the office, the person is able to will be able to present it that this is we have paid for the year, and so there are so many things, in that tax identification number actually helps you, gives you a lot of opportunities, and there are lots of international opportunities even as business owners. Most of these MSME you see, some and with big machines, most of them didn't get their big machines with their private money. They got them, they were sponsored they were giving grants, and that was how they were able to buy these machines. But the truth is, if they didn't have this tax identification number, they are not even going to qualify. That's the funny thing. They are not going to qualify at all, and you see them getting money such as 200, 1 million, 200,000, 1 million, 2 million. There are so many grant opportunities you see them getting. It's because they have their documents. One day I'm going to do a video on the documents you actually need to get together if you know that you want to set out to look for grants, and how you get grants. How the number, how to get grants. Don't even let me give you a tip on what I want to tell you in grants applications, but I'm just going to tell you how to get grants and the documents. And trust me, this tax identification number is a very important document that you need. So don't let anybody fool you and tell you shouldn't get it. No, once you have your corporate affairs certificate, your certificate of incorporation, I don't know why I keep calling that corporate affairs, your certificate of incorporation, once you have it, just walk into any revenue service and tell them that you want to get your tax identification number. In fact, it is done within like 30 minutes. Just like 30 minutes, they are done. So once you tell them this is what they'll give it to you, they'll send to your mail. You print it out, make sure you hold your documents together, of course, and your NIN. Then I'm going to tell you how to open a business account, and the banks that I feel they are okay to open a business account in my next video. I hope you enjoyed this series. If you did, please don't forget to like. Please like and subscribe. Click on my notification button so that so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to see them. Please help me to share this video so that other people can learn from it. Till next time when I come your way, I remain Lois. Bye.